Ave Satanas, lovely living people, and welcome to I'm Sorry What? An Unofficial Ghost Podcast. My name is Lizzie.
And I'm Sabrina.
Hi,
Hi, and
Sabrina.
I'm Leon.
Hi, Leon.
Wow,
How
Lizzie,
are ya?
good, well done.
Ja, mein How are ya muss rein.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, Leon?
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's
Good.
it's a little bit hot in here, but you know, the usual stuff.
I'm sweating. Yeah, so it's not just the two of us today. We have a guest,
Obviously.
as you might have seen already.
And heard.
Yes. So would you please like to introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Hi. Yeah. You might probably know me more under my alias Leviathan Forge. I'll do cosplay. It's mainly focused on Ghost, and I am a collector of very special things, as you can see in the background.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm here. I'm here to have a wonderful time with you, and to talk about various things, and just
Answer some questions, maybe.
and answer some questions maybe when there are any. So yeah,
Yes. So first of all, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
thank you
You're-
for inviting me.
You're our very first guest. How special is that for you?
It's actually very special, if I'm being honest, because it's actually my very first podcast appearance ever.
See?
Good for us.
So usually I'm always more on the voiceover call when I'm gaming, but this is something different now, and I'm very excited to have my podcast debut in general and on here as well. So yeah, that's
So there's a first time for the three of us today.
Yeah.
yes, yes, basically yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. So as Leon already said, today is going to be about like a little bit more of a different episode. This is going to be about ghosts, clothing, and in general, I guess. Costumes, stage outfits, however you want to call it. Yeah, so we do not have a script for today. This is because I guess Leon is going to talk a bit about his collection of things. We're of course going to ask him some questions, some more critical questions, some more questions about his stuff in general. Yes. Lizzie,
yeah.
take away.
Oh,
I'll be
Leon,
happy
take away.
to.
I don't
I'll be
have
happy to
anything to say.
answer.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
So yeah,
Is there like a place where you were like, I want to start with this in particular? Like maybe clothing, maybe collection in general. Anyway.
actually, I actually have to think about that. My main thing whenever I do certain things, especially with Ghost, it's for the most part I do a lot of research into certain things. So I actually use my lunch breaks at work. I always have my tablet with me at work, and I use my lunch breaks to network with the designers who work with Ghost, and I've been doing that for since prequel. Ever since I saw them live, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you should definitely cosplay that." And I was like, "Yeah, that looks great." And back then, because I only knew Ghost over the radio in Germany, and I saw them for the first time in 2019. I wasn't fully aware that Tobias is wearing a mask.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
my first thought was like, oh, okay, he looks a little bit he looks odd,
Yeah.
but okay. I've seen singers who look a lot worse.
Yeah.
So and
Wow.
after the show when my friend was like, yeah, but she looks like this, and she showed me a picture, and I was like, no, that's not him,
Yeah.
and yeah, basically that night did it for me with
Mm.
Mm.
with with the outfits when I saw like the black suit
Mm.
of the cardinal. So that was my base for when I started with this.
Mm.
So and it all happened from there.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was the very first thing where you were like, I need that, or was there like a thing that you saw and you were like, I need that in my hands?
Basically, I've been doing that like outside of Ghost. Like
Mm.
many years ago, like my first endeavors with cosplay were with Doctor Who,
Oh.
Mm.
and my favorite Doctor was the 12th one, Peter Capaldi,
Oh yeah, he's
and
amazing.
he had these amazing velvet coats
Mm.
Yes.
that I actually have here with me. It's I have them in my wardrobe because
Mm.
I found the tailor who made them,
Mm.
and I got in contact with him. And I was like, hey, could
Mm.
you make that one for me? And when I saw the velvet jacket, I was like, I have to have this in my hands,
Mm.
Mm.
and I need to know how it feels like and how it fits.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's basically how that started.
Mm.
And way back, when I started this cosplay thing, these kind of things are quite expensive, so couldn't really back then afford these
Mm.
kinds of things. So I always had like these cheap coats,
Mm.
Mm.
and having worn one of those coats, I was like, that's just not the same. I need to know what it feels like to wear this, you
Yeah.
Mm.
know, just because my ADHD brain
Mm.
says like, uh, you have to do it like 100% or
Mm.
not at all.
If it
Mm-hmm.
isn't a genuine thing, don't even bother, basically.
Yes,
Mm.
and for me, it's like give your 100%.
Mm.
Otherwise, you can just forget it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a mentality that I carried over from Doctor Who cosplay to Ghost,
Mm.
which was like a completely new thing when I
Mm.
did that, because no
Yeah.
one except for like a few people like even thought about just contact the designers and
Mm.
ask for information. And
Mm.
when I made the black suit for Copia,
Mm.
I reached out to the tailor who made that for Tobias,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me, it's like, hey, the suit is made from denim, and
Mm.
the vest, the black one, it's made from velvet. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right. I went to a local fabric store and got like black denim and the velvet, and that was something like when I first posted about. Oh, sorry. When I first posted about that, and people were like, "Oh, that's amazing."
Mm.
I didn't
Mm.
know that was the thing, and for me, it was like, "Huh? What do you mean you didn't know that?" Because I had this
Mm.
mentality from back then. It's like
Yeah.
uh, because that was probably around the time where I don't know if you know about that one guy who had the Papa IV mask.
Um.
Douglas was his name.
Mm.
He has like
I.
the stage used torso mask,
Oh. Oh.
and from him I got like a lot of informations. So
Okay.
Mm.
when I actively started to go around inside in the community, people were like, "Oh, how do you know all these things?" And it's like, I talk to people,
Mm.
See,
Yeah,
that's
and
my
but
problem. I don't talk to people. That's why I try
exactly,
to
like,
figure out the
yeah.
pattern myself and everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
that's
Mm.
that's always the thing. And the more time I spend in researching all this,
Mm.
the more I found out. And was just like, okay, that's cool. And
Oh.
along the way, uh, you have like certain designers, for example, with the necklace, the Copia necklace, the crystal
Mm.
one. It was
Mm. Yeah.
from a designer from Australia,
Oh.
Mm.
and she offered those actually in her shop for a while.
Mm.
And I got one from there. And when people say, "Oh, holy shit, where did you get that from?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that and that place." And so people found that place too, and just like she made some business, and
Mm.
people got the necklaces and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
So So yeah, that's basically where it all started. I took a mentality from a different fandom to Ghost, and
Mm.
kind of went
Mm.
from there. And ta-da, here we are.
Ta-da!
Yeah, but that's another topic. Like, why is it that people don't well, like, try to reach out to the designers? I think it's because people are intimidated, maybe,
Yeah,
or because they think, of course, I could never afford that, or they probably will never answer, maybe.
I think from personal experience, I can always say, like, people seem to think that the designers who work with people like Ghost, who work with people like Madonna
Hmm.
or
Mm,
Beyonce,
mm.
are people on a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Like,
intimidated, probably.
yeah. They're very much intimidated by these people, and usually people think like, okay, when those people work with those A-list celebrities, for
Hmm.
example, then
Mm,
why should they answer to me?
Hmm.
yeah.
Or to my emails.
Yeah.
Mm,
And that's where most people just like, you know what, I'll just don't do it.
Hmm.
mm,
Hmm.
And they actually should text them, because what I found out is that they are very sweet and kind people
Hmm.
who love to talk to people about what they do.
mm,
For example, the tailor who made the suits for Copia and the Goulds for both prequel and Impera.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
His name is Henry Duarte,
mm,
and he specializes in leather and denim,
Hmm.
mm,
and he worked for everyone who had a name in Hollywood.
mm,
Hmm.
Like, I'm saying, like, uh what was his name? Rolling Stones,
Oh yeah. The
Mick Jagger,
yeah.
Mick Jagger, for example,
Hmm.
and all these famous musician, rock and roll stars, R&B, hip hop stars.
Hmm.
Um, he made like clothes for Snoop Dogg, for example,
Hmm.
and I was very intimidated to email him
mm,
and ask about, hey, the stuff for Ghost. Could you, like, maybe tell me where you got the what fabrics you used,
mm,
or the pattern and all that. And he was very forthcoming, and he was
Hmm.
like, hey, here's my phone number, just give me a call.
mm.
So I talked with him for like 3 hours about this
So
stuff.
so humble. So down to
Yeah.
earth.
And the same with everyone who works with Ghost. And basically people, and I repeat myself, it's the thing with, they don't want to reach out because they're sort of afraid
Hmm.
to get rejected, and to talk to them because they're like, maybe they're like, intimidated, or they don't like the answer
Mm,
Yeah.
that they're getting. But another prime example for me would be Tom Baker, who
Hmm.
made the jackets with the lovely FU inside.
I actually have a question about that, but yeah.
And I I reached out to him a few years ago when when they had this the game show performance with the red jacket for the first time.
mm,
Hmm.
And a friend of mine was like, I recognize the patch inside. That's Tom Baker from London.
Hmm.
mm,
And because I've been in London quite a few times for, Doctor Who.
Hmm.
And I know, like, the district where the tailors are all based in.
mm,
And I was like, oh, he's also from Soho. That's cool. So I basically just emailed him. I was like, hey, would it be possible if you could, make the red jacket? And he
mm,
was just like, oh, you mean the Huntsman jacket? And he sent me a link to a shop where you can just buy the jacket. And was like,
Hmm.
if you want the jacket, I can make it to the exact same details that Tobias wears it. And I was like, oh,
mm,
that's pretty cool. And he's a very, very sweet guy. Like, he has a few screws loose,
I
but
mean, comes with the
uh,
profession, right, of being
yeah, it comes
creative.
comes comes with the profession,
Yeah.
and he just owns it.
Hmm.
mm,
people see him as an eccentric guy, and he's just like, yeah, you're right, I am eccentric, but I'm good in what I'm doing, you
Mm.
know.
Yeah.
And when he when Ghost revealed the gold jacket,
Oh god. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah,
Is it gold, Sabrina, or is it blue or bronze?
Listen,
No.
I'm still not 100% on the side of saying it's gold. For me, it's
it's
still
gold,
It's
it's gold.
gold.
yeah.
Everybody
And
says it's gold. Ask Sir Tom Baker. He's gonna prove it that it's gold. Okay. Now we know that
and
he's a nice guy.
and I woke up that morning
Hmm.
after the show because when they play in America, I'm asleep.
Hmm.
And I woke up to a message on WhatsApp from Tom Baker, and he was like, "Hey, I couldn't talk about it, but here's the new jacket I made for Ghost." And he sent me a picture of the jacket, and I was like, oh, "Okay, that's cool."
Aw.
That's amazing.
So so he was just like, if you sorry, I would try to copy his accent. If you want one, just give me a call.
Oh, well, I have a question. No, but okay, so since he seems to be a nice guy, I might as well just ask him directly. But I mean, as far as I've seen it, and I assume that he only makes like men's clothes, right? So, do you think that there is a chance that he would also like fit one of the jackets to a not so
Female
manly
body.
body?
Yes,
Okay,
because he
good.
also he posts on his Instagram account many pictures of like female
Really?
clothing.
Okay, I
Yes.
haven't scrolled that far, I think, but yeah, okay. Wow, okay, good.
Yeah, so
But
he
yeah,
he makes both. He makes women's clothing and
good.
men's clothing.
Good.
And yeah,
Did you send your measurements in advance, or did you go actually to London and have him
I
measure him?
I first sent my measurements to him because Tobias did the same thing. They
Hmm.
never
Mm.
met in person.
Mm.
So Tobias just sent his measurements, and the jackets got made, and they fit
Mm.
amazing. And he was like,
Mm.
We can do it like this."
Mm.
And I can promise you the fit will be perfect.
Hmm.
Mm.
Or you come over, and I'll measure you myself.
Mm.
Hmm.
So I actually have the blue one as well,
Hmm.
the blue
Mm.
jacket, and the jacket that Tobias wears at the Grammys, the black one with the
Yeah, yeah,
stripes.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
And for that one, I went to Tom in London
Oh
to
yeah, I
have
saw
my
Mm.
that
measurement.
picture, like
Yeah,
with you and Tom. Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, and because the reason why is because he made a mistake on the sleeve length of my blue jacket.
Mm.
Oh.
So when it arrived, the fit was great,
Hmm.
but the sleeves were a bit too long.
Okay.
Mm.
So I just emailed him. It was like, hey, the jacket is amazing, but I have this small issue that the sleeves don't really fit.
Hmm.
Mm.
And he said, no problem. I apologize that they don't fit, but I can offer you one thing. If you come over to London
Mm.
or you send me the jackets, I can take your measurements and fix the jackets for free.
Mm.
That's nice.
So
Wow.
so I actually combined it with like a little vacation to London
I
Mm.
mean, yeah.
because I have a few friends there,
Hmm.
and I flew over with my best friend, and she's also like very interested in this tailoring thing. So she was very delighted to see his shop and
Hmm.
talk to the
Just
man. And
to see the
so
master, to see the master at work, basically.
Yeah.
yes, basically,
That's cool.
and I took both the red jacket and the blue jacket with me because
Hmm.
the
Mm.
red jacket I got like a few years back when before I got a little bit bigger.
Before COVID,
Oh, oh,
let's just
yeah,
say
yeah.
it.
Let's just say COVID, and the red jacket didn't fit properly anymore.
Hmm.
Mm.
So I was just like, I'm gonna bring the blue jacket and the red jacket, and he fixed both for free and took my measurements for future
Hmm.
Mm.
commissions.
References,
Hmm.
maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you maybe like to show us some
Yes.
things? Maybe.
Yes. Actually, I have them. I have them with me here.
Good.
And
Prep You're prepared. I like that.
Yes, always prepared. This is the black jacket. This is the jacket that Tobias wore at the Grammys,
Oh,
It's
I
my
want that
favorite.
one. Ah.
and it has the lovely,
The fuck you patch, yeah.
fuck you
Yay.
in it,
I
and
l- yeah.
you can see it has like leather
Hmm.
all the way down here. Just has a split here where this fabric starts,
Hmm.
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 and yeah, it's super comfortable actually,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's actually my favorite jacket when I go out or
Hmm.
Yeah,
something.
I
So
was about to ask like if you wear that like regularly or just
yes,
like on yeah,
yes,
because I would that's why I also want the black one because I was like I'm going to wear that all the time then. I'm just going to live in
yes.
this jacket.
I recently wore that one to when I had a date actually.
Oh.
We went to grab something to eat, so I just you can actually wear this jacket with like everything. I just wore
Yeah.
like
Sure.
a white t-shirt and jeans,
Yeah.
and it fits with that.
Yeah.
So
I mean it's black, it fits with everything, so
Sure.
it's black, it fits with everything.
yeah,
But
that's
however,
true.
what doesn't fit with jeans, especially not blue ones. I mean, if I'm being honest, Tobias wears jeans on stage, but they're black.
Yeah. Yeah.
This doesn't go well with blue jeans.
Hmm.
Ah, no,
No,
no.
no.
That's
Not
the
even if
that's
you match the shade of blue. So
no.
not even then.
Yeah,
But
So
then
no.
that's
again,
the
ripped jeans. No, not even then. But yeah, because of the fuck you patch, is like one funny thing that I noticed is like some of the fans were just like going crazy because Tom Baker posted one of his jackets and showing the
oh
fuck you.
yes.
Sabrina, if you don't
Are
act
you
like
are
that,
you
I'm not
are you
referring to
calling
you.
me out right
You
now?
call yourself
Listen,
out now. No,
listen.
let me finish. Like some of them, they were just like, "Oh yeah, it's a new Tobias jacket. It's a new Tobias jacket," and I'm like, "That's his thing. Not every jacket that has the fuck you in it is Tobias' new jacket." And
Can I
I
explain
was
Uh,
myself?
right. I was right.
Can I explain myself maybe?
No. Yes.
Okay.
No.
let me
I
guess. Let me guess. Sorry. It was the jacket with the
the
Yes.
leopard.
leopard
Yeah,
print.
Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
with the
like,
leopard.
why would he wear a black jacket on stage? Like, why? Just like be so. I mean, he has a
So
black jacket already,
I
kind of.
never said that it was his new one. The thing is that he started posting that jacket a couple of weeks, maybe before the start of the US tour.
Yes.
And so I thought that maybe, just like as a maybe, that
Mm-hmm.
it could be something new. And I never said that like was the new one indeed. I just guessed. You know what? Yeah, maybe I thought that it was a new one.
Just yeah, okay, yeah,
Um, act- actually, the gold jacket took me by surprise.
same.
Be,
And I
because
don't like it.
because I have mixed opinions on the jacket,
Hmm.
but um, Tom Baker had some trouble with Ghost,
Oh,
a little bit of trouble
okay.
Some
because
tea we're getting here.
he, uh, as any reasonable tailor with his own design would, started selling the jackets.
Yeah.
Mm,
The Huntsman designs is his design, is his
Hmm.
fabric, and especially the blue sequin fabric. He uses
mm,
that one for years now for
Hmm.
like multiple other garments, and I was the first one to get one of the blue jackets, and I told everyone to, if
mm,
you wanted
Hmm.
to go to Tom Baker, he can make you a jacket. And he made that for like a year. He sold like 12 or 15 jackets,
mm,
and recently became a problem for Ghost.
Okay.
mm,
Not like Ghost, like the designer Bea Okerlund,
Hmm.
mm,
Hmm.
the stylist of Ghost.
mm,
Hmm.
She had a problem with Tom Baker, selling the jackets, and she
Oh.
was like, "Hey, I don't really want to file a lawsuit against you about that, but please stop." And
mm,
Tom was just like, "What the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah.
It's my design, and if someone comes into my shop, sees the red jacket, and it's like, I want this jacket, but in a different fabric."
Yeah.
Like, who is he to stop that person to do that?
Yeah,
No.
the
Exactly.
design has been around before
Yeah,
Tobias,
the
even.
the design
Yeah.
has been around before that, and the
Mm.
fabric has been with him before that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, like if I go into a shop and it's like, hey, I want a huntsman jacket, but I want it in the blue sequin fabric. Like, should he just go like, oh no, that's reserved for ghosts. You
Yeah,
can't have
Mm.
that.
and then
No.
the person in the job is just like, who?
Yeah.
Who? Yeah.
Who is
Yes.
that
Yeah.
even? Like, why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's when the stylist became a bit unreasonable,
Mm.
Yeah.
and Tom told her to, just go take your business somewhere else. I'm not going to work
Mm.
for you anymore.
Yeah.
But
Understandable.
yeah, understandable, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it took me by surprise, because Tom texted me, was like, hey,
Hmm.
I'm done working with Ghost.
Hmm.
And I was like, hey, that's a shame, but should they come back to you, what would you do?
Hmm.
And he
Mm.
was just like, I'm always open to work with
Mm.
them,
Hmm.
but under my
Conditions.
conditions.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well,
And he actually charged them double for the gold jacket, and they just paid it. And he
As
was
he
just like,
should. As he
and he,
should have.
and he was just like, it's business is business.
yeah. I mean, the
So
question is like, was it just like the stylist that was like behind all of this, or was it actually also Tobias being like, "Ugh, I don't like that anymore? That's
Mm.
always like, I don't know.
I don't think that I can answer that, because that's something that's like a big thing to unwrap. People like
Yeah.
to use Tobias's name to
Hmm.
justify like a business decision, because Ghost itself is a business,
Yeah.
and that includes also the stage clothes.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
that's like a business in and of itself,
Yeah.
Mm.
and Tobias doesn't seem to care that
Hmm.
much, as you probably might have saw on their Instagram post, that he's just like, we support creative freedom,
Yeah.
Mm.
and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's probably a statement from Tobias, in my opinion. But
Mm.
Hmm.
management would say, oh, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's
because that's their source of money,
Yeah,
basically.
and then you basically have to ask, like, who is he hurting by selling the jackets?
Nobody.
Like, is Ghost losing any money?
No.
No. And the fact that they also included like the Huntsman design, the jacket design made by Tom Baker,
Hmm.
on their T-shirts
Hmm.
designs without asking Tom Baker, he was like, "That's a bit rude,
Yeah.
but I'll just ignore that."
Hmm.
So that was the
Hmm.
thing where they were just a bit like, uh, that's a problem. You can't do that. And Tom was just
Mm.
like, if you don't like it, fuck off,
Hmm.
Mm.
and that's it.
So
Mm.
And yeah,
yeah. So
so,
maybe it
so that,
was like that the stylist was like, "Oh yeah, you can't do that anymore," and Tom was like, "Fuck off," and then
yeah,
Tobias was like, "But I want the golden jacket from
Yeah.
Tom.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
pay him
but
double.
Yeah,
I
what
want
the?
that."
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, this is what happened,
Yeah.
because I imagine like the conversation, that like I have to imagine this, because
Hmm.
the stylist must have gone to Tobias and was like, hey, that Tom Baker guy doesn't really work with you anymore. And I just imagine Tobias like, why?
So
You
And
know,
he
I,
must have been
I'm.
so confused.
He must have been like,
and
"I'm sorry, what?"
yeah,
He does what?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what now?
Yeah. What?
And yeah, basically just from what I could tell, like she changed her entire um, you know, approach to Tom
Hmm.
when
Mm.
commissioning the gold jacket. Like Tom
Good.
told me, it was like she was like a completely different person. So
Mm.
maybe
Yeah.
someone told her to go back to Tom and ask him for a new jacket.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. But she was the
You-
one that made like the cool jackets, and also the one that Copia wears on like in the beginning, like the one with the spine thingy, right?
yeah. That's actually, um, a stylist doesn't actually mean that she's a designer.
Yeah. But wasn't didn't we check her Instagram at one point.
Yeah, she Bea Okolund likes to say that she did it,
Oh,
but
okay.
she didn't. Like
So okay.
she hires people
Mm.
to do the stuff for her.
Okay, so she basically says like, "Oh yeah, I envisioned this and that," and the other
Yeah,
people just like
yeah,
make the
and
pattern and yeah.
basically
So
just
so
like
she doesn't really like draw the designs. She's like,
no, she she
that's what
just
I envisioning. Do something with that."
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Basically she has like assistants
Hmm.
and like her like this like people who make this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
And basically she's just like, we have a theme for
Mm.
Impera that's like, steampunk
Hmm.
and empires,
Mm.
Hmm.
and then her crew gets to work.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
those are the people who make like the designs and design the jackets,
Okay.
for example. The black robe with the big hat
Mm.
that was made by a also a cosplayer.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
their name is Ray.
Mm-hmm.
They're a like lovely person, and they designed the whole stage
Hmm.
wardrobe for
Mm.
Ghost.
Mm.
And they also designed this here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you got the
Yeah.
goggles today, right?
Yes,
I saw it on Instagram.
yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
this hat was made by a Spanish leather worker, Cecilio Castrillo.
Oh.
He worked with Lady Gaga and Beyonce,
I
and
love
he
Lady
made this
Gaga.
hat.
And soon he will work with Lizzie. I heard. No kidding. Yeah.
and yeah, that was also the thing I contacted him and I was like, hey, could you make me the hat and all
Mm.
that, and he was very happy to do it, which surprised me a bit, but yeah,
Mm.
that's how I got this. And the goggles, actually, that was a super super lucky find, because I tried to contact the people who work with Ghost
Mm.
about the goggles, and they couldn't give me an answer,
Mm.
Mm.
basically because they had to sign like a contract, they can't talk
Mm.
about it.
Mm.
And I was a bit disappointed and Googled through like steampunk goggles, and I found a guy who made like high quality steampunk goggles. I was like, hey, could you maybe make me replicate this specific pair of goggles?
Mm.
Mm.
And he replied, was like, huh, that's kind of weird. And he sent me the pictures of the goggles that he made for Tobias.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
huh,
Hilarious.
that's a strange coincidence.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
So it
I
was
asked
meant to
him,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically that's how I got the goggles. I was
Are you whoops, wow. Are you comfortable talking about like prices?
it depends on what you want to know,
Mm.
because there are things that I just can't talk about,
Yeah.
which is this
I
one.
mean, if you can't
Yeah.
talk about it, that's okay. But like, or even if you don't want to talk about it, that's
Like
Um,
also
anything about the hat maybe?
the hat was like 1,200.
Mm.
so cheaper than the jacket.
It's cheaper than the jacket,
Yeah.
and the goggles were surprisingly cheap for what they are. They were like
Mm.
custom work, and I paid like 200
Oh wow.
That's
with
nothing.
shipping and everything.
Wow.
So I was very surprised about that. So
Would that person be? No, I mean, to be honest, like I'm. Well, then again, like because I made the spine jacket, I still have to make a new one because like with the first pattern, I'm not 100% happy, but it was good enough for the concert.
yeah,
But I don't know, like maybe one day I'm gonna go in steampunk direction. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. And then
you
I
should.
might ask you if you had like the name of the
Any
person
contact
that
information?
I can
maybe.
I can I can I can actually send it to you.
Mhm.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I have a cat visitor. Oh,
Oh, a cat.
Finally.
yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, he opened the
Another
door.
another debut for today.
Share this profile and I'll send it to Lizzie.
He's never been on the podcast before.
No.
Hi.
Hello, Bernie.
What a little baby.
That's one hell of a cute cat.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's
So
gonna leave again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw him leave.
did the designers actually tell you to not talk about the prices, or is that something you don't want to
Um,
do?
Ouch.
I actually with this one I had to
Hmm.
sign something
Hmm.
not to talk about it,
Hmm.
and but the rest they never told me. They were just like, just pay me this
Hmm.
Hmm.
and you are done. So
Hmm.
basically, it comes down to personal preferences. I'm open to talk about prices,
Hmm.
because I work for what I do, and
Yeah.
Sure.
it's
It's your
so
money.
I don't really like what's the point of having secrets, you know?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then again, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious that like, one jacket isn't gonna be like $50 from
Yeah,
H&M or something like that. So I guess it's just like, and
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
mean, you know,
everything comes with a price.
yeah,
Sure.
especially when you want something custom and handmade and
And
whatever.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and the price for the jackets. Oh, I can see your cat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just
He's just sitting there like, what the fuck is
Just
going
sitting there.
on?
yeah.
And the prices for the jackets, for example, that they're like public. You can go to Tom
Yeah.
Baker's
Yeah.
website and you can see what the jackets cost. Um, with other people, you have to like talk to them. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
what should you charge for that? For the hat, for example, it was like 1,250 euros.
Hmm.
Uh, for what else? Uh, like my Copia stuff,
Hmm.
the black
That's where
suit.
Lizzie is like, let me
Yeah,
hear all
that's
about that. Let me
that
see all the things.
the
It depends.
the black Copia suit was a private commission by a local tailor,
Mm.
Hmm.
and they had to make like a pattern from scratch,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
like
what I'm working
everything.
on for
They
weeks, months now. Horrible.
they had to make like a complete pattern from scratch, and
Mm.
that costs money, and you have
Mm.
to count in the work hours, and basically at the end of the day, like I'm very happy that my stuff gets used with the tribute bands, so it does
Yeah.
Hmm.
so it sees extended use.
Yeah.
Was about 2,000
Wow.
Mm.
for the black suit and the what was it, the red robe that Copia wears.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah,
that right now at home?
no, I no longer have the red robe.
Mm. Okay.
It's
Hmm.
I had a small accident with it, so it doesn't
What
really
does
exist
that
anymore.
mean?
Uh, um, basically, I was at a convention, and we tried to film like silly videos,
Oh, okay.
and uh, I made sure that video is deleted and gone now, but I was like in full Ascopia with mask and everything,
Hmm.
and I fell down a flight of stairs.
Ow.
Like a
Wow.
complete flight of stairs. I fell down it.
Ow.
Oh no.
I rolled down it. It looked very silly and it hurt very much. And
Mm-hmm.
in during that process, the rope unfortunately got destroyed.
Oh
Hmm.
So
no.
it ripped on the back completely,
Oh.
and I didn't really saw you know I didn't really see any way to fix it
Hmm.
Mm.
without it looking like completely horrendous. So it's just like,
Yeah.
just throw
Yeah.
it away.
Hmm.
Sure.
And that's why I'm very careful when people just like, hey, let's film something for Instagram.
Mm.
What do you want to film?
Yeah.
To what extent?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't involve me getting hurt. No,
Or
okay.
destroy my clothes.
Mm. So talking about the cardinal, is there maybe something you would like to show us?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah. You prepared another thing, I've heard.
yes,
Oh.
that's that's the jacket. There's like a sparkly patch on it.
Hmm. The one I ordered doesn't sparkle. Damn.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
it's
I
does it
don't know. I'm gonna make
sparkle?
it sparkly.
we had to attach like tiny crystals on it.
Hmm.
Like it's like one of those normal patches that you can
Hmm.
get online.
Yeah.
But we added those little stones on it, so
Oh.
it kind of sparkles. And
So pretty.
Yeah, has little tails
Yeah.
Lizzie's in
and
heaven right now. I just know it.
I mean, I was about to say like I just want the pattern, but then again, it won't fit me.
Yeah, no, sure.
So I still
and
have
this is
to.
this is the shoebox of the good stuff.
Oh.
Uh oh yeah. I need to I need to show you this first.
We're both like, what is it?
Not us holding our breath. Look at that.
Those
I
are
need
the
money.
nail gloves. Ouch.
The Majesty Black ones.
Yes. They're actually very sharp. So I just poked my hands with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Are they metal or are they plastic?
They are
The nail.
metal.
Metal.
Hmm.
It says
They're
on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gold plated.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But that's not what I wanted to show you. Oh, yeah. You know these?
Yes.
The
I need
Grammy
them.
gloves?
Yeah.
That's like a different pair.
How many do you have?
All of them. These are the cardinal gloves,
Mhm.
black ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aren't those like I mean those are basically the basic gloves from Majesty Black, right? But they also added the logo then or yeah. So
Sorry,
isn't that
what?
like the cardinal gloves they are like basically custom made then, right? With but it's isn't it
They're like
like
the
the basic
basic black leather gloves with or latex gloves,
S- s-
whatever, and then the
So
logos.
color?
they had these gloves, like this length of glove. They're custom made for Ghost.
Hmm.
Oh,
They
Okay.
okay.
they now have these without the metal
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
without
yeah.
the metal
I've noticed.
things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're just called the blanks
Hmm.
Yeah.
on their website. And they were a custom design for
Hmm.
Ghost.
Hmm.
That's why they couldn't really sell them anymore
Okay.
because
But it's okay for them to sell the blanks basically then.
yeah,
Okay.
as long as it doesn't really include the logos of Ghost.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
I mean,
those are these are the other gloves
how
with
are
the
they
crossbow.
attached? Are they just like, or can you tell if they are like glued on
Um,
or just like from the inside, like
Sewn on, maybe.
they're
so?
from the inside. They have like this little compartment inside
Oh, okay.
where they just riveted them in
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Good. Just
basically.
for
So
future crafting
References.
projects.
yeah, and I think I have like this bag is empty. Strange. Oh yes,
Oh.
the white
Oh,
suit
the personal
gloves.
ones. Yeah.
I actually got these. Uh, they did like a sale for these gloves, like
Oh.
multiple times. That's when I got those.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then they was like, hey, they're 50% off, and I was just like, oh okay.
Oh.
Sure. Why not? Let's
I
get
mean,
them.
Sure. Yeah,
There are also the red ones that never really got used, right?
yeah. The red
You can see
ones,
them in the Silvers Lounge right now.
I saw them like when was that? I think back in 2020 when I actively texted with Majesty Black. Uh, that's when they sent me a picture of the red gloves,
Hmm.
hmm.
and there was and they just sent me a picture. Was like, do you want them too? And I was just like, no, no, I
Why?
don't. I don't like them, the red ones.
How dare you?
I don't because maybe that's also has something to do with with me not having the red suit.
Hmm.
Oh.
So they were supposed to be worn with the red suit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but then he
But I mean, you
didn't.
So
got
So.
the red robe, as you
no,
said.
no, no. They explicitly made them for the red suit.
Oh.
Hmm.
So I have like a picture of them what they used for when they were looking for the leather.
Hmm.
Like
Oh.
they had like a piece of fabric from the red suit,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they had this to look for a matching leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
are the Papa IV gloves
Hmm.
Yeah.
that he only wears during photo shoots.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you have an idea what gloves he's using on stage right now? Like the ones that are like leather
yes,
on the inside?
yes. He wears military gloves,
Yeah.
American ones.
Okay.
It's
Is it a specific brand maybe or
yes,
just
and
like
from
Omi.
Miltech.
No. Wait. Oh.
Miltech?
Miltech Nomex Pilot. So They're,
Those
they're
sound
like
like
pilot
mm,
gloves,
wow. That's what
and
they look so ill-fitting. Like the other ones they always fit like a like a glove basically. And those like they look so boxy.
yes,
Maybe
because they cost like 10 euros, if
that's
anything.
that's what it looks like. What it looks
Yeah.
But
like.
there's a good reason why he wears them now on stage, because during the pandemic Tobias had corona,
Hmm.
Mm.
and since then he wears like a fitness tracker on his wrist.
Oh. Okay.
So and with the gloves, especially with the new ones, they're
Hmm.
super tight,
Mm.
and you can't really
Hmm.
wear anything on your wrist while wearing the gloves.
Yeah.
He wears like the fancy skeleton gloves on or during photo shoots when he doesn't really need the fitness tracker.
Hmm.
Mm.
But when he's on stage and he moves a lot, he needs to track this. So
Yeah.
he
Okay.
Oh,
he,
that
Yeah.
he
makes sense.
wears
Makes
like
sense.
his fitness tracker, and you can just easily put the gloves on and off.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I don't have the new gloves with me, but
Makes sense. But then again,
Mm.
like, couldn't he just get them like fitted like I don't know.
Like tailored once he got
uh,
them.
I
He
don't
could, but then again, like,
yeah,
why?
Why does it matter?
yeah,
if
exactly,
yeah,
because he could, but what's
but
the point?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
mean, they
know,
would look better than the ones he is wearing now. But then again, it's just like, yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Such
To
a
him, it's
minor
basically
detail.
just he wears whatever they give him.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
So he doesn't really concern himself with do they fit or not, because
Hmm.
that's someone else's job.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically
Hmm.
yeah,
Mm.
the
Yeah.
gloves basically.
Mm.
So yeah,
So we in advance, like before recording, we've talked about you doing other cosplays, before, like the ones prior to Copia to Cardinal. Is there any plan to do that, or have you done any of them?
uh, I I actually do you mean outside of Ghost?
No, no, no. The papas before Copia or
Oh
Cardinal.
yes, I've actually had plans to do Papa Free, uh, and that kind of failed because I got scammed with the fabrics
Oh.
for the
Okay.
rope. Yeah, and basically someone was offering like a well trusted person actually in the community who worked
Mm.
with Ghost back in the day with during the Infestissimum era.
Mm.
And he was just like, hey, I have like enough fabric for one last
Mm.
Papa free rope. So if anyone wants to buy it, here's an eBay listing.
Mm. Mm.
And
Hmm.
I was like, hey, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And I bought that for a lot of money actually.
Mm.
And when it arrived, it was like only fabric scraps.
Oh.
It was
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
just like 2 bags of leftover fabric
Yeah.
that
Wow.
he just shoved in there. And when I texted him, I was like, "Hey, that's not what you advertise," and he was like,
Mm.
"Oh, that's what I advertise," because he made like a very small text on the eBay listing. These are leftover scraps, no
Mm.
refunds. So I just sat there with like a bag of scrap fabric
Yeah.
and was like, I can't use it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's when my plans for Papa Free just kind of came to a halt.
Hmm.
Mm.
But I actually found like uh, a company that can that makes lace fabric,
Oh.
Mhm.
and they I texted and was like, hey, could you replicate the lace that I have, because like I have the leftover fabrics
Hmm.
with these leftover fabrics, I could make more fabric,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
And but that costs a lot of money, so I kind of just put that on the back burner for now,
Hmm.
Mm.
because I was just like, I have more important things right
Mm.
now
Hmm.
than this. So
Have you ever thought about doing a Papa Nihil cosplay? Just
I
asking
actually,
for
I actually did. I actually
the
did
old one
because
or the younger one?
both. I planned to do both.
Been
Do
waiting
you
for that
hear that, Sabrina? Sister.
and and unfortunately, Majesty Black no longer does any of the ropes.
No.
question.
And I asked them about like the Papa Neo rope back then when I got this one,
Hmm.
and it was just like, hey, we can do it, no problem. And recently I texted him because at the Ghost tribute show we
Hmm.
Mm.
have we have miasma,
Hmm.
Mm.
and Papa Neil's part is my part.
Oh.
Sure.
But we neither we don't have a Papa Neil, nor do we have a saxophone.
Mm.
So we play it on a backtrack,
Hmm.
and I dance with a paper cutout of Papa Neil on stage.
Why not go to just like I don't know. Huh. Well, no.
Like to a
Hmm.
costume shop and get like a children's toys
Yeah,
saxophone.
exactly.
I mean, that would look
Yeah.
stupid as hell, of course,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'd have to do it as a nameless ghoul,
Hmm.
mm.
which would look absolutely hilarious,
Mm.
Yeah.
especially as Impera or Infestissima.
Hmm. I
But
mean,
yeah, it's
now I'm really tempted to just like go there to when was that on 16th of September?
16th
Yeah.
of September in Düsseldorf,
Mm-hmm.
and
What weekday is that?
Saturday.
let me just
I
check.
think I checked before.
Yeah,
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday. Yeah, and basically I'll do the Papa Neil part, and the guy who makes the masks for the band, Mike is his name. He also made like my Papa 4 mask, the
Mm.
silicone one,
The one we all
and
know.
he said to me, and he was like, if you can get the rope,
Mm.
then I'll make you a Papa Neil mask for free.
Wow. Wow.
Like that's
Like he
something.
just he just want to sees it
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
he was like, if you can get the rope, you get a mask from me for free.
Hmm.
Now, is that
And
a main quest or a side quest? No. Just like
I, I think currently it's a side
yeah,
quest.
okay.
Hmm.
It's a side quest now. And because my main quest currently is like the big black rope with the big hat.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
That's something I'm working on right now. And yeah, basically I reached out to Majesty Black and was like, hey, could you you offered me the rope back then, could you do it? And I was just like, no, I can't, because I no longer have the patents.
Hmm.
And it was like, that's kind of bullshit.
Hmm.
And the young Papa Neil, I I don't like wigs.
Yeah.
I hate them. I hate to wear wigs, which is kind of a contradiction, given I wear like silicone masks, which aren't really
Yeah.
comfortable either. But it's like it's either growing my hair out
Hmm.
Mm.
to have a Papa Neil haircut, and that would be
Mm.
a very short adventure for me, because I no, not
Oh,
that,
yeah.
not that 60s haircut,
No.
or wear a wig. And I
Hmm.
I know for myself that the second I put on a wig, I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah.
That's
Understandable.
that's just I'm just too hypersensitive for that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. So
Mm.
I'd rather just stand there itching my head, bleedy,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's not an option for me. I've seen other people do young Neil. That's great, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
This
that's
might be
basically.
this might be like a bit of a controversial question, but is there a specific reason why you've decided to basically buy all of these things instead of making them yourself? Is that because you cannot like cannot do them by yourself, or Just like a comfort reason or time reason, maybe?
A little bit of all of it. I mean, if I had like unlimited resources
Hmm.
Mm,
and time, especially time, then I would do everything myself.
mm,
Like I do some things myself.
yeah.
For example, I'm currently working on as I said the black robe
Hmm.
and the black jacket that he wears with the high
Mm,
collar.
Hmm.
mm-hmm,
That's something I'm currently working on because I I see it like this. I approach the designer and ask them, "Hey, is it possible for you to make it? It saves me time." And if they say no, I will find like a way to have it made
mm,
Hmm.
or make it myself.
Hmm.
mm,
And for me, it's just like I work a lot. Like I work from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
mm,
Hmm.
every day, except for Sunday and Tuesday. And you don't really have a lot of time to do that.
Yeah.
And so for me it's just like it's a comfort reason. I like to have like me time
Hmm.
yeah.
after work. I don't really have to, you know, sit down and start tailoring away. You know, I have these days sometimes. I was just like, before work, I'll sit in front of the sewing machine,
Hmm.
and after work. But sometimes it's just too stressful. The
Mm,
day was just too long, and then I just want to take a shower, go onto the sofa and watch a TV show.
Yeah.
So basically, comfort reason, a time reason, and basically because my head just says me like, if you
yeah.
can't do it 100%, just don't do it at all.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm not that confident in my own skill.
Mm,
Hmm.
Like I can just admit that,
Yeah.
mm,
Uh, so I know when I contact these designers and they happily agree to make it, and then I'll get like this the thing exactly like Tobias was it,
Yeah.
you
mm,
know. So I trust in their work because
mm,
obviously Ghost does as well,
yeah, sure.
and so for me it's just like this safety
Hmm.
Mm,
in here. It's like okay, I might just have to wait a little bit longer for that stuff
mm,
to be ready
Hmm.
and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, basically just like this, a mix of everything.
Yeah.
sure.
Saves
Yeah, that
time,
makes sense.
gives me peace of mind, and basically I can just enjoy like the little free time that I have.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah. I
The
feel
thing
that.
is, I think most people have seen already the thing that is standing right behind you, and we haven't
Yeah.
even touched that at all. So maybe you would like to talk a little bit about it first, and then we can ask some questions about it, if that's okay with
Yes,
you.
yes, that's and this is like my ah this is the Papa IV rope, the the beautiful Mitra.
Oh.
Like the top is leather actually,
Oh wow.
Really?
and it has like very intricate stonework.
Yeah.
It's completely made of copper, the copper strips on it, and that's
Huh.
the backside that not many people get to see actually
That's true.
because you
Yeah.
Oh
don't
yeah.
really see it from behind. Has like this copper cross on it.
Hmm.
Could you show the little
Many,
straps that's like
yeah.
dangling?
Oh yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
so pretty.
Has like copper embroidery on it.
Yeah.
Due to the low light, you probably
Hmm.
just see it as gold, but it's just like a deep brown copper color
Yeah.
Yeah.
on it. And yeah, that's the rope made by Majesty Black for
Yeah.
Ghost.
Wow.
Just like two of these exist. One is mine, and the other belongs to Tobias. And yeah, that's. Let me just
This is just
get
me
this one.
pushing my mic to the side so I can see a little bit better.
Yeah, it actually has blue lining inside. I don't know if you
Hmm.
can you can see it.
Yeah.
This is the cape. It has like very little stones completely on the back as well.
Oh.
the symbol as well.
Yeah.
It's also completely made of leather, like the entire top part
Oh, okay.
goes all the way to down here, and this is like this silk fabric
Yeah.
on it, and the tassels on the scarf are made from copper chains as well. This isn't fabric. These are metal chains,
Oh wow. So metal basically.
and it says Papa Emeritus on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is and you can also see like the blue underrobe
Mm.
underneath.
Oh.
There's like also individual stones on it, and it's basically the exact same thing that a homeboy in Sweden wears.
How is that close on the top? Is it like a button or
It has a hook
Oh, okay.
inside. It
Mm.
has like a heavy duty safety hook that
Yeah.
keeps it in place. It looks really stupid if you look too close to it,
Mm.
because you can really just see like let me just take this off real quick. You can see like this is the like a heavy
Oh
duty
yeah.
plastic. It looks
Oh,
really
okay.
out
Yeah.
of place.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and that's
But
like the one thing
yeah.
that really sticks out if you
Yeah.
look close enough.
Mm. But then again, like if it's also leather in the back and everything, it's I assume it's kind of heavy, or
It's
heavier than you might assume when you see it, right?
it's actually when you see it, you could see, oh, that's kind of heavy, but
Okay.
it's
Mm.
actually not as heavy as you think it
Oh,
is.
okay.
Because it's very like it just sits on your shoulders,
Hmm.
Mm.
because that's basically just, you don't really notice it anywhere else. And it's also not as hot as I would expect it to be,
Hmm.
Mm. I
because
mean,
like the
we've talked about it in I think another episode where have we talked about it? I'm not really sure where Tobias mentioned that he just goes commando under his ropes. Which of course that might not be the case for that one because I mean he's wearing the pants under it. But like with other past ropes, like the Secondo one or the Terso one, where he's like, yeah, I'm not wearing anything under that. So
Wasn't
I
it
mean,
like he's not wearing anything under the pants? Like
I'm
because
pretty sure
no, 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 no,
he
no.
wears underwear.
He's wearing just underwear
Yeah, absolutely.
under the old stuff.
okay.
The same goes for the ghouls as well. Like the back then, like Opus and Infestissimum, when the
Hmm.
ghouls had the robes, you can see like sometimes they had unbuttoned the lower half,
Yeah.
and you can see that like they had no pants on.
Hmm.
It was just
Mm.
like an underwear underneath the
Yeah.
robes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And with this one, it's actually very comfortable to wear,
Mm.
and it's not as hot.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you have seen it in like the Spillways lounge, but they had this leather robe, this
Yeah.
Hellraiser
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The new one, old one, whatever you want to
It
call
was
it.
supposed to be worn underneath this.
Oh God.
Oh, that would have been hot. Hot.
Yeah,
Hot.
because I knew about the robe for since 2020,
Yeah.
when I got this robe.
Hmm.
Mm.
And Majesty Black sent me photos of Tobias's robe, because they did like the art references
Yeah.
for the t-shirt artists, and they did like this whole little photo shoot in their studio, and they had like the leather robe underneath. No one
Mm.
believed me. I
Mm.
was just like, hey, he's wearing a black robe with the new crucifix on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, cool, whatever.
Hmm.
And when they showed the robe, it was like, holy shit, they
Mm.
showed it. And
So why didn't they end up using it though?
because of the heat,
Hmm. Okay.
because the black robe was completely 100% leather,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to wear it in Mexico of all
Yeah.
places.
Okay.
So they just decided against it,
Hmm.
and I can also see why they decided to leave it completely out of the picture,
Hmm.
Hmm.
because you don't really have an opportunity to wear it.
Yeah.
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 and just for one song to get out of the jacket, put on the leather rope
Yeah.
over, and then this rope over it.
Yeah.
That would
Sure.
be a bit too much.
Mm.
Could have been. I mean, it could have been used in like a photo shoot maybe though, or like a music video
Oh yeah.
for
Mm.
an option. Just like I mean, it was made. We can see it in the Spillways Lounge, but
Yeah, but it probably just like the same way with the red gloves.
Yeah.
Like they were supposed to be worn with the red suit, but Tobias just took one look at them and was just like, "Hell no, I'm not gonna wear that."
yeah,
And
his loss though.
yeah, and yeah, I don't really know why they didn't use it, but that's just speculation, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
And yeah, that's very interesting. This rope. This cost me a lot of
Exactly.
trouble actually.
I can tell I mean that would have been my next question. Like, how was the whole approach to that rope? I mean, you said it's the original one by Majesty Black.
Yes. A friend of mine, his name is Justin. I talked with him a lot about Ghost and the costumes,
Mm.
and with Justin and we approached Majesty Black before about the Papa Neil rope, and he gave me like a quote on the price,
Mm.
and I was like, hey, I'll think about it, and when he did that, he was just like, just hold on to that. Maybe don't get the Papa Neil rope now. That was something that Majesty Black told me. It's like, okay, that's strange.
Mm.
And after the Mexico show, it's like the day after,
Mm.
the rope was revealed. My friend Justin, he reached out to Majesty Black. He was like, hey, what would the rope cost and everything? And Majesty Black sent him a price quote,
Mm.
and Justin was like, oh no, yeah, I'm out,
Mm.
Yeah.
and then I approached Majesty Black because Justin was like, hey, they only have like enough fabric for one rope, and I approached him, was like, hey, could you make that?
Mm.
No, for me, and it was like, yeah, sure, yeah, I can do that because I actually had already a good connection with Majesty
Mm.
Black because of the gloves,
Mm.
Yeah.
and he was like, hey, I would be happy to make this for you,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, sure, that's cool, that's great, and I asked him, I was like, hey, are you even allowed to sell that?
Mm. So you
And
asked in advance.
yes, I asked him in advance, and he was like, yes, because it's his design, and Ghost never signed any contract with Majesty Black that the design belongs to Ghost.
But Ghost approached the Majesty Black and
No,
said, "This is what we're envisioning," or was
no,
Majesty Black
no,
like,
no, no,
"Okay,
no, no.
this is what we have.
Majesty,
Let me show it
Majesty
to you."
Black was hired by the stylist.
Okay.
So Ghost went to the stylist and was like, "Hey, we need a new robe for the show."
Mm.
And the stylist then went to Majesty Black and was like, "We need a new robe. Just do your thing. Just
Mm.
make something."
Mm.
She
Okay.
never gave them like any references
Vision,
or,
basically.
or
Yeah.
or a vision. It was just like, we need a new robe. Just do your thing, and we'll take it.
Mm.
And
That's weird though.
Majesty Black designed the entire thing, like full
Mm.
full thing. And
Hmm.
they hired an illustrator from Mexico. Golgo is his artist's name,
Mm.
and he worked with people like gorillas and all that kind of stuff. And he made like the design of the rope.
Mm.
Mm.
Like Majesty Black did the vision of the rope.
Mm.
Golgo illustrated it, and from this illustration, this rope was created.
Okay.
Mm.
And the designer never made them sign a contract,
Mm.
because normally when you do this, you just like you make this for Ghost, and the design belongs to the band.
Mm.
And this never happened. So
Why?
Majesty Black, oversight. I don't know.
Mm.
They never
I
do that.
forgot.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe they forgot. Maybe they just didn't do that before, because they also didn't do that with Papa Neil or with other ghost stuff. Because Majesty Black also made like a Papa Neil robe for another fan
Mm-hmm.
way before I even got the Papa 4 thing.
Okay.
And so they just said like, that's completely within my right to do,
I mean,
but I will contact Ghost if it's okay for me to
Okay.
make it.
Yeah.
So Majesty Black reached out to Ghost's management and said like, there's a fan who wants to have like the Papa Emeritus robe, and maybe there was like a communication error with Ghost management, but they probably thought like, he's gonna make another Papa Neil robe. Fuck it, just say yes. So they had a green light, and then they made the robe for me. And like the day I posted the photo of the robe, it completely blew up on Instagram. Like completely blew it out of proportion. And I got a call a day later from Majesty Black, who was like, "Hey, would be cool if you could delete the picture."
Yeah.
Because Ghost Management reached out to me because they suddenly had the idea that this is a problem now. No, and yeah, so I deleted the picture. So, but at this point, so many people had like screenshotted it and posted it on their pages and shared it on Reddit and other places. And the thing with Ghost is that they have like this contract set up. Loma Vista has this contract with Ghost that everything that Ghost uses, be it on stage, be it on photo shoots or anything like that, belongs to the band without contract or anything. That's just like the contract says, if Ghost uses it, it belongs to the band. Doesn't matter.
okay.
And that was something no one was aware of when we did this.
Yeah.
And basically, Majesty Black was just like, my hands are clean. It's my design. I made it. I designed it. It's my right to sell it.
Right. I mean, they
As,
asked. They asked. They asked.
yeah, and I asked, and it was a miscommunication. And
Yeah.
Ghost thought like, it's a Papa Neil robe. Just say yes, and yeah. Then they made this, and it became a problem, obviously. And it was like this big situation where Majesty Black wanted to talk to me, but I had to sign like a non-disclosure agreement.
Okay.
About
Like
the price you paid for it, or like
this
in general,
and everything I discussed with them.
that you purchase it in general, or
Yeah, not that I purchased it in general, but like we had to discuss some things with Ghost Management itself. And what I can say is that I was told to delete every trace of the pictures, and should I not comply, I would be threatened with legal actions.
Okay.
And of course, I'm not a rich man, so
Yeah.
I was definitely not interested in dealing with the
anything legal, basically.
with the legal team of Ghost, because I know they're gonna bleed me dry,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
and that's why I complied and was like, I deleted all pictures. My hands are clean. I have nothing to do with it anymore, and just tell me when I can post the pictures. And I said, we'll do, but we have a problem. I was like, what's the problem? And they said like, yeah, people reposted the pictures, and we kind of want them gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So they told me like, have those pictures deleted or face consequences.
But I mean, it's not not your responsibility that people
It
decided
isn't,
to
no.
repost
And
that.
and in a legal sense, they weren't even allowed to command me to do that.
because it's
And
impossible, to be honest.
yeah, it's
Like,
it's impossible. And I tried to contact some fan pages like, hey, could you please delete the pictures? And then came the dreaded why.
Yeah, sure.
Why
Because
should
I
I delete
told you so.
Yeah.
and I just said like, because I want it gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but why?
Because
Because
it's
I
your
want it.
picture and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
yeah.
and then I got a lovely message from a fan account that says, yeah, but if you present yourself on the
Oh
internet,
god.
you have to expect that people take your posts and repost them. I was like, seriously? And for me in that situation, I was like risking my neck
Mm.
by allowing them to share the picture. I was like, please have them deleted because I am very close to having a lawsuit on my ass, and I don't really want that. Not for
Mm-hmm.
this,
Mm.
Yeah.
No, sure.
And that was something that was taken out of context,
Mm.
and that's when people started to, you know, reach out to me. It's like, hey, how did you get the rope? I was like, I
Oh,
bought it,
yeah.
and then I was like, I bought it. Yeah, no, but I heard that you pretended to work with Ghost to to get the rope for free from Majesty Black. I was like, no,
Yeah,
I
especially
But
for
where,
free.
yeah,
yeah,
where did that come from though? I mean, I've read that on Reddit, as I
Twitter,
told you.
Yeah, because
Twitter,
people just make up stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, but
I
but
because
but
assume.
I
why?
wasn't allowed to talk about this.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to disclose the price. I wasn't allowed to discuss anything or say anything that I discussed with Majesty Black or with Ghost Management.
Mm.
So when I told those people, like, hey, I can't really talk about this, they texted Majesty Black and asked for answers. And
Mm.
Majesty Black just never replied to them, and they just sent me a screenshot. Was like, what the fuck is this about? You know?
Mm. Why
And I
do
was,
people even care? There's
yeah,
no reason for that.
there's
It's
no reason for that, and because I never replied to their stuff because I
mm.
refused to engage in the conversation. They kind of started to fill the gaps themselves
Mm.
Yeah, that's what
because
people do.
They made
yeah,
shit up basically.
yeah, they
Yeah.
basically made shit up to say, oh, it happened like this,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
now the thing is gone. I know everything, and the day is
Mm.
fuck it, you know.
Hmm.
And me not being able to talk about this
Hmm.
or disprove anything that they said,
Hmm.
Mm.
because me talking about, like, I can always say like, hey, I didn't pretend to work with Ghost. I
Mm.
didn't steal the rope, as some
Hmm.
even people even said, because I have the receipt here in a folder, like the
Mm.
complete receipt of the entire thing.
Mm.
So it's just like, I could send it to you, but I'm not allowed to,
Hmm.
Yeah.
because it discloses addresses, it discloses like prices,
Yeah.
Hmm.
all that kind of stuff. I mean, I told you, and
Yeah.
that's something that stays between us basically,
Yeah.
and
But what
it's just
changed? Because
Yeah.
now
How
you're
did yeah
allowed to show
yeah
it.
How did
So
it exactly? How did
um
it get to the point of you actually being able to show it?
because I have a f- I have sorry, I have a problem with authorities. I don't like
understandably.
people to tell me what to do and what not to do.
Hmm.
So when they told me, like, because I read through the non-disclosure agreement very
Mm.
Yeah.
very directly, and it was a very standard one where it said, like, you can't show it or discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the non-disclosure agreement with like what was discussed with Ghost itself still active, but
Mm.
like showing the rope. It's the agreement said I can only show it or disclose pictures when the band disclose pictures of their thing,
What?
Ah. Okay.
which
Damn.
they did in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah.
They
Sure.
changed the profile picture. The rope is on the profile
Mm.
picture.
Hmm.
The rope is on the Instagram post. It's on videos, official ones.
Yeah.
So I use this. It's
Hmm.
like,
Mm.
look at this.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
um, normally I should have waited until like Impera was released,
Mm.
Hmm.
which was like 2 years,
Mm.
and I was just like, no, because legally this belongs to me. This is my property. I can do with it what I want.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't even a gray zone. It was just like
No,
plain
it was
right. Okay, to
yeah.
show it.
It was basically, but just like but there was no contract in violation
Hmm.
Mm.
of me showing it because they just never bothered to really specify
Yeah.
Hmm.
what can be shown and when, and
Yeah.
they just said to me, show it when we showed it first,
Yeah.
which would have been
Okay.
in their minds when Impera released. But to me, it was like, but you
It's
already
on
did that.
stage.
Yeah,
it's in it's like public
you
knowledge
like
basically now.
you showed it on the Mexico ritual,
Hmm.
Yeah, sure.
and therefore you already in that case made this agreement like
Hmm.
yeah, it went out of the window
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that moment, and they just took a look at that and was like, oh shit, you're right. Nah, fuck it,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and they were just like, do whatever you want, we don't care.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I actually it has gotten so bad at one point that they like Ghost Management like to throw around but Tobias doesn't want you to post this. Like
He never said that though.
he never did. He never did. And it has gotten to a point where the I received a call. I don't know if I can show this to you in any way without disclosing the number. Where's T? Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see the name here. No, you can't.
No.
Fuck.
It's a little bright.
I mean, if you want to, you could crop it and just send a screenshot or whatever, and then I can, if it's relevant to share. Oh,
If you can see the name,
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
can't. I'm blind.
I received a call from the man himself back in 2021 when he was just like he just very quickly clarified, hey, I I noticed that people like to use my name
Hmm.
to say you to tell you that I decided about the rope.
Hmm.
It was my decision, and he
Hmm.
said, and he basically just said to me, it's like, whatever they say, that's not true, because
Hmm.
he just said like I don't really care, and that was basically it.
Hmm.
So it was like the clarification that Tobias said, like, not my fault that
Yeah.
they went after you. I'm sorry for that. Please don't
That
think
is
it was.
so nice of him though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like it's so down to earth.
and was just like a quick call. It was just like, whatever they say that when they take my name
Hmm.
to say like he doesn't want that. That's not true. He
Hmm.
doesn't really care. And that was for me like the green light that I needed. I was like very careful, just like, hey, should I post that? And when I received that call, I was like, and that's green light.
I wouldn't have
And I
even
mean,
So
if
answered the call because I'm like, what? I don't recognize that number. I'm
yeah,
not answering that.
I I I
yeah.
I just saw like a Swedish number. I was like, what
Hmm.
the fuck?
Hmm.
And when I answered the phone, you just immediately recognize the voice.
Hello? How do you
Yeah,
do?
it was like hi, yeah, and then we just like very, very quiet. It was like, hey, listen, you
Hmm.
know,
Well, it's
there's this.
almost as if
If
Tobias
Izzy
isn't
is a regular
after
person.
everything that is said and done and decided.
Yeah, because it became like
Surprise.
this internal situation where everyone was like on their throats.
Yeah.
It was like the height of the pandemic, so I don't really
Hmm.
blame them. But
I
like,
mean, if people would have just asked you, you could have told them the story that you just
yes,
told.
but
But nobody
I
ever seemed to
no.
really bother to ask.
90% of the people who talk about me
Hmm.
or like for example, as you have already mentioned, like the Reddit post about me.
Hmm.
Um, this is something that 90% of the people who write that or reply to that never talk to me.
Mm.
No, because why would
Like,
they?
why would they? Because
They just want to
they
engage in that
yes,
conversation they have no idea about, basically.
yes, they have no idea what went down, but at least they can talk and just say all the nonsense
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, online, whoever screams the loudest gets the most attention.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And if you're someone like me, when people just use you as some sort of uh scapegoat
Hmm.
Mm.
for whatever insecurities they have, I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't like that guy because he blah, 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 blah."
I have no
And
life. I have to bash somebody else that I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, and if they had even bothered to text me, it was like, hey, I heard this thing about you,
Mm.
is that true? Then I would have engaged in a conversation, was like, hey, that's not true, and I have
Mm.
proof that this is not true.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But this basically just people run with like the slightest drama that they can get.
Yeah.
I think I've told you
Because
that. I think I've told you that, but maybe one reason is jealousy, because they were like,
maybe, maybe,
how can he afford all of that? Which, I mean, you've already talked about that you work hard for your money, so what, like, basically, I think people just are jealous that they cannot afford something like
yes,
that. Maybe.
that's maybe one point. The other thing is they just can't believe that I just have a good relationship with the designer itself,
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
that this is in any way, shape, or form possible.
But then
Yeah.
again, it's just like, as you said before, just like people usually don't ask them or just like message them or even like look into it, who's the designer, because I'm pretty sure like if you want to find out who designed what, it's kind of easy most of the time,
Yeah,
right?
it's
I mean,
actually very easy
yeah.
because the band or whoever works with the band, they don't really make a big secret.
Yeah, because why would
Mm.
they? Why would they
Yeah.
not give credits to
Yeah, and
Mm.
the
at the end of the
designer?
day, they're all companies in some way, so they all want to
Yeah,
make money.
everyone needs money to survive.
Sure.
Sadly.
That's
Yeah.
that's yeah. Sadly, that's like the way this world works.
Mhm.
And a designer who makes like one item for a band, he doesn't really care.
Mm.
Is the word for like when a fan comes to him and is just like, hey, could you make this for me? I can, what's your price? And he gives the price, and the person pays that price.
Yeah.
Then what's the issue,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
exactly.
And at the end of the day, a person earns money to survive, and yeah, that's it. I mean, it's basically the same thing that maybe also influenced Manchester Black to say yes to the thing, because it was like
Mm.
2020, the pandemic was in full swing,
Yeah.
and they took an opportunity,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know,
I mean,
Mm.
who
and
wouldn't? Like,
who wouldn't exactly?
yeah.
And if a band comes to you and it's just like, hey, I need that rope, because what people also don't understand is that Majesty Black lost a lot of money
Yes, of course.
when working with Ghost.
Hmm.
Like they were underpaid
Hmm.
and lost money on the rope.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they had like this verbal agreement with the stylist.
Uh,
The stylist was like, hey, I know it's a bit unfair that
oh.
you don't really made a lot of money. However, and that's one of the things. The stylist said to Majesty Black, you can make your money back by offering the things online to the
Mm.
fans.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So Majesty Black sold the Papa rope for one fan,
Hmm.
and offered the gloves.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And when I approached them about the rope, it was the same thing for them. It was like, hey, I can make money back that I lost from working with Ghost,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was someone who happily paid their price. So who is Majesty Black to say no? You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
And after that, they received a cease and desist from Ghost,
Hmm.
like because, as I said again, a written contract means more than a verbal one.
Sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
And if Majesty Black, I mean, they also never signed a contract for the gloves as well. Like they always got hired by the stylist to make them, but they also got a cease and desist because of the symbols and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
they had to remove the gloves from their shop,
Hmm.
and that's why you can only buy like the gloves without the metal insignia
Hmm.
on it.
Yeah.
And that's basically what caused them to leave Hollywood entirely.
Oh wow.
This
Understandably.
this whole thing with the rope, which I felt very sorry for,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't really my fault.
Yeah, but still, because I mean,
But still, I felt really bad, and at the end of the day, Majesty Black just they contacted me. I mean, the owner
hmm.
with whom I'm a bit close with him. He was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, what happened and this and that." And I feel kind of responsible for that, even though I don't have any reason. And
Hmm.
they just like at the end of the day, you did me a good favor
Hmm.
because they moved away from Hollywood and they made their money elsewhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
With in San Francisco with the LGBTQ community
Hmm.
and artists there, they seem to be doing well now.
Good.
But back then, I wouldn't have known that this would have such a butterfly effect.
Hmm.
There's also, I'm not sure if you've seen this, but there was this person on one of the Reddit threads. They said that the blue, like the under thing of the rope that you've shown us from
Yeah,
the, they said that that you are the reason why this thing is not worn anymore by Papa, which is like just plain out wrong. He's still wearing that on stage.
yeah,
So that is just like completely wrong. How would like why would you make that up? You can see him on stage wearing it.
yeah. It's as I said again, people like to blame someone that's cool to hate.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
That's
they blamed you for something that you like that is not completely wrong because
yeah,
again,
and
still see Papa wearing it.
the it's just like idiots online.
Yeah.
No, and people who scream the loudest get the most attention, and that's one of the cases where people just want attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And during the tour with Volbeat,
Hmm.
the pre-Impera tour, he didn't even wear this. He only
Mm.
wore like the black robe with the big hat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And during that tour, so many people like straight up texted me and insulted me.
Oh, so
They
basically,
thought
B-
that you
but
because you were the
basically
reason.
because
Yeah.
he wasn't wearing the robe during
Mm.
the pre-Imperator, I was the one why he didn't wear it.
Mm.
hmm.
Mm. Sure.
And
Who else would be?
a friend of mine had VIP tickets,
Mm.
and she got to meet Papa
Hmm.
Tobias. And she just asked him, and was like, "Hey, why aren't you wearing the robes, like the blue one?" And the
Mm.
answer to that was just like, "Oh, because the set list is shorter, so we don't really have the time to get this on and off
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's why he only wears like the full outfit for 2 songs now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like he only takes the mitra off for Conclavi con Dio,
Which
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
and
totally sense if people would just like try to think about something for more than
yeah,
2 seconds. But
yeah, and
people don't do that. And I,
it's
Common sense is not a thing anymore.
yeah,
no.
and time constraint is a big thing when you do a show like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And basically, they just decided, that's too much
Hmm.
to put on and off for a set list that short.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And Tobias basically just told my friend like, he's gonna wear it. that he's gonna wear it at the European tour.
Mm.
And my friend told me, it's like, hey, it's this and that. And I started telling people, it's like, hey, he's gonna wear the robe on the European tour. And people just like, no, he's not gonna wear it because of you, and you know, you should feel bad about yourself. And it was like, hey, he's gonna wear it at the European tour. Nah, he got rid of it because you ruined the surprise. I was like, all right, cool.
Mm.
And then the European tour came on, and he started to wear like the robe again.
Mm.
And I contacted that person that said to me, it's like,
Told you.
guess who was right?
Mm.
They
Don't you
they
love that
just
feeling? Just like when at
Yeah.
one point you're just like, told you, didn't believe me. There you go.
and
Yeah.
do you want to know? Do you want to know what the response to that was?
Sure.
I got blocked.
Of course. Of course. It
How
was.
dare you to be right about something?
Yeah,
Mm,
how dare me? How dare me to be
yeah.
right?
My thoughts
You
were
know?
either like they were like, oh, fuck you, or they blocked you. So, yeah.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
blocked me outright. I was like, all right, that was a nice conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Talking
Uh,
about talking about you. Yeah, yeah. Would you like to add something
no,
about
no.
that? No, if you just, I just interrupted you. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say, was like a lot of drama for basically nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, that's mostly
That's
how it
true.
goes. Yeah, talking about you being right about things. Since you're our very first guest, we have no point of reference for this, but maybe would you like to talk about your opinion on what is going to happen in
Oh,
the
yeah.
near or far future to Papa?
A favorite
Um,
theory.
Yes.
we are going to Theory Town now.
Yes.
Um,
Should I get
I
out my mind map? Just
um, my theory is that the LA shows, they will be a film production,
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we've talked about
because
that. Yeah.
all the concerts for the US tour are
Mm.
open air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Except
open air
LA.
gigs except for LA.
Yeah.
And LA has a strict rule against phones,
Yeah.
against Papa cosplays,
Yeah.
and other ghost related things. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
can't dress up as Papa, you
Yeah.
can dress up as a Sister of Sin, and all that kind of stuff. Or like Papa makeup. That's not
Mm.
allowed there. So my guess is that the LA shows will be like one of the like an opera thing, like a complete stage play,
Mm-hmm.
Where
because
something wild happens that it's worth filming as well.
I think they're gonna film the Ghost feature film
Mm-hmm.
there,
Mm-hmm.
because I remember that Tobias said like 2019 or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
he said something about like he always wanted to make like a feature length film,
Mm.
because the chapters of the band are like essential to the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he said like he wanted to explore this in like a feature length film,
Mm.
Mm.
basically like a recorded concert that goes well into the like how the band operates,
Yeah.
and some of the stuff that was like teased in the chapters.
Mm.
Mm.
So I see it like, why would he had made like a Hollywood audition,
Yeah.
like this chapter video where he's making
Sure.
an
Yeah.
audition tape.
That's what I was
Uh,
just thinking about. Yeah. Yeah.
why would he had made that if they don't plan to use it?
Exactly.
Sure.
And
That's.
it's the concert is in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is in Hollywood, and so basically, I think this is gonna be like Ghost's movie thing that they're gonna
Mm.
do. So this is gonna be a thing like that's completely in character, that's completely
Yeah.
in the universe, and that's why they have this strict no phone policy.
Mm.
But I mean, it's a 2 night thing, so people would still be able to spoil things from night one.
Maybe they use night one for like the aerial shots,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and like number two for the big thing.
Oh yeah, that could be, yeah, sure.
Like they play it on two times. For example, the concert videos that they do, like Mary on a Cross, or like the recent one they did, where they filmed like the crowd and the band on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they film this on the first night, and on the second night they do the story stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and in between.
So
So,
what do you think is going to happen at the end of night 2?
Honestly, I don't think that they will do anything to Copia.
Mhm.
I don't think anything will happen to him because they already announced like shows in Australia
Yeah, exactly.
with
Mexico,
him on
South
the
America.
artwork,
hmm.
Yeah.
and it would be kind of weird
Yeah.
Yeah.
to replace Papa 4 midway through the circle, the
Hmm.
cycle. Sorry, and I just think, like, okay, maybe in Australia that will be the end for Papa 4, but I honestly believe that they can't just get rid of him
Hmm.
So you believe more
because
He's the
in like the
Antichrist.
Antichrist theory.
I I don't really think that's gonna be a thing, the Antichrist theory. I
Mhm.
just think that Papa 4 will just stick around.
To sing
So
more Mary
that
on a
like
Cross for all the fangirls.
Yeah.
so that basically nothing is going to happen at all. Like there won't be a new Papa, there won't be a new.
I don't think so because I I actually know what's that they replaced the entire wardrobe uh
Hmm.
a couple months ago.
Hmm.
So they just
Yeah, they
invested
wouldn't
in
do that for a
they
few
just
months.
invested
Yeah.
a lot of money into new stage costumes for Papa and the Ghouls.
Question: the
Yes.
mask he's wearing now in the US, it's a newer one. It's a new one, right? And
Is
or
it
the
still the
No.
hair
same
is
one?
new. The hair is different. The mask is a little bit different. I mean, it's not like
n-
a new Copia mask, but it's like a
No,
Yes, that.
he only has 3 masks for this entire Impera
hmm.
cycle. He has like one unpainted mask, which is the one used
Yeah,
for the chapters.
The
He
one with
has
the
one.
stripes on the nose.
No,
that's
the
not
Copia
Impera.
mask,
Oh.
the
Oh yeah, sure. Sure.
the one he wears in the chapter videos,
Yeah.
where he doesn't have the
No, no.
skull paint.
Yeah, yeah, no, I meant the second one would be
Oh
like
no,
a
no, 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 that's like the old mask. They
yeah,
no longer use that one.
yeah.
They only have 2 stage masks.
Hmm.
They have one with dirt on it, like a dirty
Hmm.
mask that he wore like in Europe. No, not in Europe. He wore the dirty mask in America,
Hmm.
and in Europe he wore a clean mask,
Yeah, because we're
which is like
worthless.
and in America he wears the dirty mask again.
See, told you that's a different mask. I mean, at
And
least it's
also,
different. It's
I
not
mean,
like the same as we saw a few months
have
ago.
you have you also noticed his hair? That his hair is like way more gray, white fox
That's
now.
actually it's a thing of the light. Both all 3 masks have the same hair. Um, the, the lady who made the hair on the mask,
Yeah,
bless
yeah,
her,
yeah,
Hmm.
she
yeah.
unfortunately
Just passed away, unfortunately. Yeah.
yeah, she passed away, unfortunately. Um, she uh, she told me all there is to know about the mask.
Hmm.
Because the hair work on the mask, it's a wig.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They bought like 3 wigs from a company in Hollywood, and
Hmm.
they fused it onto the mask.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's the same wig 3 times,
Okay.
and just with different length. I think like one that had like with short hair, and 2 masks were made with super long hair that you just cut to shape, and the rest is just like the hairline is punched.
So could it be that one of the wigs is cut like not exactly the same length as the other one, and thus
Yes,
seem like a few millimeters longer in the back?
yes,
See?
The what was it?
I mean, yeah.
The dirty mask has longer hair than the clean
Oh.
mask. It's also something that I noticed. It's like, for example, my mask, for example. It's uh it's based on the clean one with the short hair,
Hmm.
as you can see here.
Yeah.
Got the shape like that. And if I shape it a bit, the hair
Mm.
falls
Yeah.
exactly the same.
But then
Yeah, that's
again,
also something. Yeah, sure.
oh
Sorry.
yeah, no, it was just because like his hair seems grayer now. That maybe also because it's like part of the dirtier mask. That maybe they just like also kind of like make the hair more. I don't know why the Americans get the dirtier one, but I'm not mad at.
Yeah, I
It's
think I've also.
basically it has something to do with storage. Actually, it's
Yeah.
what they have with them. For
Hmm.
example, they have
Um,
like a different storage unit for one set of costumes, and then
Hmm.
they have a
Yeah.
different storage costume for the other. So
Okay.
maybe it's that's also the reason why he doesn't wear the military coat in the US.
But he also didn't
oh,
wear that in Europe
some
all
yeah
the way.
didn't wear
Like
that.
we
Yeah.
found that out last time when we discussed about
Yeah, there
that.
was some content in Europe where he didn't wear the military jacket as well.
Yeah, in Ulm he didn't,
Yeah,
and in Czech
Yeah.
Republic he didn't.
he
Almost.
on open air festivals maybe he doesn't
Hmm.
wear them.
Yeah.
No, but no, he didn't do that either. So it was an
Yeah.
arena
Okay.
concert. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wore like the vest underneath.
Yeah. Or did he
Yeah,
in Ulm? No.
I'm not.
he must have.
No, he just wore
I will check
the
that. Give me a second.
there we go. um
I haven't done any research in this episode, which I usually do. So let me do that rest.
I mean that's not research, that's a memory carved into your brain from like seeing that from about
Yeah,
not even 2 meters away.
I can't remember though.
No,
I think I had the best spot in this whole entire building, and I still don't remember shit. So can't relate to that. Yeah, sure. Continue.
um yeah, he as far as I remember he didn't wear the vest as well. It's just like the shirt and then the spine jacket.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he just couldn't bother. Maybe he was just like sick of it for one night or
Yeah,
two.
I mean, why not?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Why
because it was
not?
also because of a time thingy that because like wasn't there like the helicopters like kind of like starting late, and then I mean there was something because maybe then they were just like, you know what, let's skip that costume, we don't care.
Mm.
Or
Maybe.
something happened to it.
Yeah, he
I
ruined
don't
it.
know. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean it's not the first time he ruined it, because he also destroyed his shoes, because
Yeah.
I noticed he had like no he had them repaired,
Hmm.
the shoes that he wears, the black ones.
Or also in Ulm when his pants ripped on his knee, and
Yeah,
nobody really noticed. But then, like,
I didn't.
when was it? Like, no, he was already. It was already Squarehammer because I remember him wearing the red jacket. I was like to Chris. I was like, his or like his pants are ripped on his knee. Like, what? And but I didn't really think any of it.
Yeah,
And then later on, was just like, oh, okay, it's all over the place. Oh, yeah, well, obviously it happened when he fell on his knees before Swiss, you
yeah,
know? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's a friend of mine sent me that video,
yeah.
and he's also very obsessive with details,
Hmm.
and like he also helps me during the tribute shows
Hmm.
Yeah.
backstage with the costumes, and he sent me that video, and he was just like, "Oh my god, I'm having a mental breakdown." I was like, "Why?" And he just sent me the video, and you see the pants rip, and was
Yeah.
like, "Oh sh." And he's also the guy who wanted to hit me when when during the tribute show I took like the costume Like
Oh.
the singer came backstage to take it off,
Hmm.
and I just took it and threw it onto a chair.
Oh my
And
god.
and my friend he just stood there with a twitching fist. I was like, if you do that again, I
But
will
then again,
punch your teeth out.
but then again, I mean, this fabric and everything, it should handle that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
So yeah, I just checked everything. I checked our ghost group and our in my folder, and I don't have a single video of Kaiserion, for example. So I have no idea about the Neu-Ulm and military jacket situation. No idea.
I
yeah,
do. I will insert a
Yeah, sure.
image to prove that I'm right once again.
yeah.
No, because like
I
that's
didn't really take notes during that,
yeah, no,
or
it's
like
just like from that moment I just like it's carved into my memory. It's just like, huh.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
So your guess is that we won't have a new Papa, and we won't have
no.
an Antichrist copia. We'll just continue to have Papa the way he is right now.
Yeah,
Oh, please no.
I I believe that from a narrative perspective and like by sheer popularity, they can't just get rid of Copia. There is no way that they can get rid of him without
Losing people.
without losing people. I think the situation with Papa 3 was mild
Hmm.
because they immediately followed it up with like giving us Copia.
Hmm.
But unless Tobias has a way to introduce a character that's more charismatic and more, let's say, more rounded than Copia,
Hmm.
then I'll think he will lose a very big part of the fan base if
Yeah.
But
they get
may
rid of him.
but maybe he doesn't want to like keep all these people. I mean, sure he likes money, he likes popularity, like of course. He has like mouths to feed, all of that. But I mean, why not change something so minor that still have people around but make I mean our opinion is to make Papa a little bit more ugly, a little bit more scary, to still keep the old fan base and maybe some of the new fan base, but just to push those people away. Of course, like the new people, they give him money. Of course, like these like
Yeah,
TikTok people, they
The
just
people
throw their
that
money.
leave after Mariana Cross, you mean?
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean those are the people who just throw like the money out at merch and all of that stuff. But to be honest, Tobias doesn't seem like the kind of person like originally to be like that, to be this money hungry and to be this fame hungry. He just seemed like this kind of person to want to do something different.
Hmm.
And I mean, there has to be some part of him that still wants that,
that
despite all the
the
money.
problem with that is that Tobias is the guy who makes the music.
Yeah,
Loma Vista is the force behind what makes Ghost move.
yeah,
Like they call the shots.
yeah.
And basically at this point Tobias is like an employee in his own band
Hmm.
that Loma Vista decides what is popular and what gets how do I put it? Like what's the current thing?
Hmm.
Like they see the statistics.
Yeah, they
They
know the
call to
trends.
yeah, they call Tobias and like, hey, we need to make a label meeting. We need to
Hmm.
talk, and that's when, for example, discussions over this or discussions over Mariana Cross's TikTok success will be measured at,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and basically just Tobias gets paid for doing this.
Yeah.
It's paid very handsomely, but Loma Vista is the driving force behind making the decisions.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And as long as Loma Vista sees the popularity of Cardinal Copia Papa Form, they will not replace him.
or not
Hmm.
allow Tobias to
Yeah,
change it.
they wouldn't allow it just simply from a marketing perspective
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
see like Tobias can say like I want to change things up, but
Hmm.
Loma Vista is the kind of company that says, but no, we
Mm.
can make money.
Hmm.
This money,
Hmm.
and this is like the most important thing to them.
Hmm.
Like when Tobias is like, I would like to explore this more or like this character more. It's just like, is this gonna bring us any more money?
Hmm.
And this is like the
I.
business from a business perspective,
Hmm.
Mm.
where they just say, like you can't get rid of him. Like the fans will go away,
Yeah.
and yeah, basically Tobias just has to listen to Loma Vista. Of course, he can voice his opinion,
Mm.
but then like the label will decide what gets done.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean,
So
I yeah, I understand that, or like I'm with you there. That like, it would be stupid to just like kill off Copia basically now.
yeah,
Um, but then again, like he could still make changes to him, like slight changes. Like I mean, uh, yeah, it would be nice for people like us to be just like ugly, whatever, like not so popular looking Copia version.
yeah,
Um, but then again, I don't know if that's possible. And as well, keep the Mariana Cross fans. Let's just call him that.
yeah.
um,
The
yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
fan.
But then again, like he could still do basically the Antichrist thing. I mean, if you say like there's like this, oh, Tesla is coming back, or the Antichrist theory, like those two main things,
I
then he
mean,
could be like that the Antichrist thing could be real, because then Copia would still be around, because nobody said that if he's the Antichrist he's gonna leave, or so he
I
could.
mean, I think I've said it to you yesterday or like the day before yesterday or something. This whole Antichrist theory is completely and 100% fan made. For some people, it seems like this is set in stone, which it is not. This is fan made, 1000%. Of course, there's like merged where it's like an Antichrist Copia on there, but there was never a single mentioning of Copia being the Antichrist. This is completely
And
fan made.
No,
they are
but
they're a little bit too on the nose with him dying.
Yeah.
hmm,
Did we if you write a story and you tease something big, for example, the death of a character,
yeah,
it's a common trope to pull the rug underneath the feet. Like you expect, for example, Copia is gonna die. They teased it in the chapters with the empty coffin,
Yeah.
and that's a little too on the nose.
yeah,
Yeah, as I
That's
said,
too
Tobias,
on the
Tobias,
nose.
Tobias has always said that expect the unexpected.
Yeah, and if you tease something too much, for example, that Mr. Soltarian that says like, "I know when your time is up,"
hmm,
and he constantly teases him with like, you're gonna die soon," and that's to me, it's like you're teasing him dying, or for example, like Mr. Soltarian is planning him to die,
Hmm.
but they're just gonna do a 180 and
yeah,
just
Hmm.
like maybe reverse the roles that that's Copia is gonna stay around, but he's gonna get rid of Sister or Mr.
Yeah.
yeah,
Soltarian.
yeah,
And I don't know if you have played the
yes,
Escape the Ministry game.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes. um, the empty pedestal in the middle.
hmm, yeah,
It says like it's a work in progress.
hmm,
Uh, I'll just think that they're gonna kill off Sister, and she's gonna get like the monument, or like she's gonna go into the coffin.
hmm.
Because have you checked the receipts that lie in Copia's bedroom?
Receipts.
Yeah, they're like receipts all over the place.
The note. You mean the little notes?
No,
Like
no, no, they were just like shopping receipts.
um, I don't think so.
No.
What do they say?
On his television, there is like a receipt that he bought a gun.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, see, and that's like now for me, hint enough that I don't know why, but my graphic settings weren't like good enough for to show everybody.
Oh,
But because like sometimes
yeah,
it looked just like, what the fuck is this even? And I'm pretty sure there's more.
yeah.
So because I remember looking around for basically everything, and I do not remember a single receipt. So I have
On
to
Mm.
look
the
into that as well again.
on the television, there's like a receipt.
Okay.
If you zoom on it with the camera, you can
Okay.
see that he bought like a handgun
Oh, okay.
and ammunition.
Hmm.
And I know it. I know from someone who works with the band that Tobias actually has a holster for a pistol for one of his costumes,
Oh, wow.
and it's actually a Star Wars holster, the one from Han Solo.
Can you
He
can we like publish that? Can you say that?
yeah,
Okay.
that's like something that she posted on like a forum or
Okay,
something.
good. Okay.
And basically he has like a Han Solo holster that he wanted to wear with the Watcher in the Sky outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So basically
But then
like
again,
not
it's like because I was just like thinking of like the song where that came to my mind, because like when the summer dies, severing the ties,
Mm.
which always was like a part when I was like, well, what if he breaks free from, you know, the clergy or basically the ministry or his
Yeah,
sister basically.
yeah. He seems
So
like Copia
yeah,
seems like this very. I mean, Cardinal did like he seems like this very wholesome, peaceful guy. But I mean, deep waters are shallow, right? So
yeah.
shallow waters are deep. That's the way that this
and
goes.
and basically just like next to this hat he wanted to wear like the Han Solo holster.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I actually have like one of the holsters in like a shopping cart somewhere.
I
It's
just I just
just
Somewhere.
waiting for that
I just pulled
to be
up
real.
a screenshot that Lizzie sent me from the game. So you mean these receipts like
Yes,
okay,
and
yeah.
on the television you can see it on the television. There's a white receipt on the television.
Oh wow, I didn't.
How on earth is anyone going to see what is written on there? Can you
To be
just
Uh,
like
honest,
click on it?
when you stand right next to it, you can zoom on it with the camera that you
okay,
have.
so you can't click on it.
Oh.
That's why. Because I was just like, oh yeah, if I can click on it, then okay,
Yeah,
I
So
will actually look
can
on
you
it.
also see what the
yes.
receipts at the bottom say?
The other receipts are like one is for his juice boxes,
Yeah.
and the other one is for pasta.
No.
He like pasta and ingredients to make a carbonara,
Oh.
Oh,
which is Tobias's favorite dish apparently.
Oh my gosh, maybe we can ask you this. There's this thing on the Ghost wiki where it lists facts about Copia, and it says on one thing that Papa's favorite drink is evaporated milk. Where is that coming from? Because we have yet to find something.
Evaporated milk?
Yes. There's a source for every single thing they list, like where Tobias said that Copia like likes to keep his socks on during the deed and stuff like that. There's like a source for that, but for this evaporated milk thing, I have not found a single piece of source for that.
I
Maybe
don't
you.
know that actually, but that's such a strange thing.
Yeah,
Like
like
yeah.
why would why evaporated milk though?
yeah, I don't know that actually. That's
Hmm.
new to me as well.
Hmm.
One
The
day we'll find out.
maybe ah, maybe they said it somewhere.
Yeah, I thought it
Maybe
was
he
maybe in an
just said
interview,
it
but he
in an
didn't.
interview just out for fun because it was just like a whatever question. He was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
first thing that came
totally.
to his mind. Just whatever.
just like the keeping the socks in on during the deed
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but I found the interview for that. Like Tobias actually said it, but not for the milk thing. So I'm still a little confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What is your maybe for like a little last question? The whole torso thing coming
Sorry?
back, the whole torso coming back, Papa
Bullshit.
3. Okay.
Thank you.
Bullshit. I don't believe it. Any of that.
Yeah, because why
And
would
Just
why?
you?
like
But why is it hinted so much in the chapters and in the game as well?
in what chapters?
For example, his like little foot twitching in the
Yeah, but
embalming scene. Just an example.
did you know that the body twitches when it gets embalmed?
Sure, but why would they show only Terso's body doing that?
I'm pretty
That's
sure that it's like on purpose, the same as like hinting towards Copia's death, basically. Anyway, just like
Yeah, but also for
it's,
in the game where they said, as you also said, Lizzie, like no autopsy done, just specifically for Terso
yeah,
and the statues being able to bring back dead papas.
yeah,
I don't think they're gonna bring back Papa Free.
Hmm.
That's for example, during the embalming scene, like they focus on like Primo, where they inject
Yeah.
it, and then they show Secundo and then Terso, and the twitching of the foot is just like okay, it's the embalming process. They
Hmm.
show each aspect on each Papa. So that's just the twitching foot is one aspect of it. Like
hmm,
you know, if you embalm a corpse, it starts
Hmm.
twitching.
yeah,
Hmm.
That's a fact.
hmm,
So and I also read like, oh, there are scratches on the glass coffin. I mean, yes, if you move plexiglass all around in a in a truck, it starts to get scratched.
yeah.
Hmm.
But what
So
if the scratches are from the inside? No kidding, but yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, in general, like even though there are like things to, be like, yeah, this could hint towards Terzo coming back, and this could be a thing and whatever, but I don't think so because yeah, even like when you take the management into consideration about all of this, why would they bring Terzo back?
exactly.
That's the
But also, I think if they're not doing anything to Copia, it would be underwhelming
boring.
almost. Like people were like people. Of course, it's just TikTok and Instagram. It's just two social media platforms or Twitter, Reddit, whatever. They're they're almost everybody's expecting something to happen. And if there's nothing going to happen, it will be so underwhelming. And I'm pretty sure that there will be people who will be upset. So I'm a little bit afraid of what this is going to do to the image almost. Of course, you
Hmm.
could say, yeah, it's just social media, but there's like the majority of fans are on social media.
Yeah, but you know, what gamble did they make to get rid of Papa Free and just drop Copia in there?
Yeah, but social media wasn't as big as it is now with Terso as it is with Copia now.
Yeah,
The band
but
wasn't as big as it is now.
yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, it would be great. I mean, if they do something, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with Papa.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
as I said before, maybe they get rid of Sister Imperator,
Hmm.
and maybe
Maybe.
this is also an idea is that they get rid of like the Papa 1, 2, 3, and 4. That they're gonna get rid of that and just get one Papa Emeritus.
Hmm.
Just like drop the entire thing. Like for example, you could bring back dead Papas and merge them together.
Yeah.
So you still have Copia alive.
Hmm.
You have the old Papas back, and they just merge in one body.
Why?
Why not? I mean, that's
Why
just
not?
the other thing. Yeah. But I mean, that's the same as we said that maybe something, or maybe, see, there we go. Like now spoiling a theory or whatever, like a thought, um, that especially now that you said that he has like a holster and the gun thing and whatever, so what if in I maybe LA or not, I don't know. He attempts to kill sister or whatever, but somebody else is already like onto him, and they kind of like fight, and then he has to fight for death. And then they use the essence of the other puppets, especially Terso, and then they combine it to resurrect Copia. And then we have a still Copia, but a new Copia, which could be like a combined version of everything. And don't look at me like that, Sabrina, because like you were there when we were talking about that.
I cannot remember any of
Oh
that.
my god, why do I even talk to you about that?
Would
Like,
wouldn't it be just hilarious if like the show starts and the curtain drops and there's just Papa laying dead on the floor in the Family Guy death pose?
Imagine.
yeah,
Imagine.
that would be, yeah.
People would
Like
lose their shit.
like the curtain drops and he just lies there, just like
And so it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. This is the
or
like this little knife dropping out of Soto's hand.
or I don't know, just like when Imperium ends and normally Soto's shadow is
Hmm.
like playing the guitar and you
Yeah.
just have Papa hanging from the ceiling.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Imagine
Or
all these
being
young.
like crucified. I don't know where that came from last time, but we had a theory that he might be crucified.
Yeah, like,
What a-
but imagine all these TikTok fans, all these underage young fans being completely traumatized by Papa hanging from
Good.
the ceiling already.
Traumatize them.
That would be great, though.
Prepare them for life. Yeah, that would be
That would
amazing.
be funny.
Life
Yeah.
isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and we gotta
Exactly.
show it to them.
Yeah, sometimes
Exactly.
it's Papa hanging from the ceiling. I mean,
To be honest, that would throw back a little bit like to the old days, basically, just like because nowadays it kind of feels like it's all shiny and yay, I'm that spooky Papa Emeritus, woo!
no shocking
like
factor anymore.
not from like Tobias himself, but just like how, especially on TikTok or
Yeah.
partially Instagram, you see it just like, oh, he's the little princess. And I know people that might say that are listening to this, and I am not sorry. I am
No,
not.
we're grown as women. We can
He's just a
we
little
can say that.
baby.
Oh, so precious! Oh my
They
god.
they
Yeah,
said
sorry.
about a 42-year-old man. But
Yeah,
okay.
a 42
Yeah,
year
as
42-year-old
again, as
white man. That
yeah,
runs
as
the
Lizzie said
business.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
that was just perfectly worded.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, but that would be
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. So maybe I think something happens to Copia because else it would be just like too boring, to be honest. Like if it would still stay the same, even with like a new album coming out, and Papa would be the same, wearing the same clothes, especially. I mean, the ghouls,
Hmm.
pretty sure. I mean, you said they just got a whole new set or whatever. So
Mhm.
I don't think that they will change soon. And that
Mm.
he also might still wear some of the clothes, but that maybe the mask changes. Maybe his face paint. Who knows? I
Maybe.
mean, maybe.
I mean, they
You
could
know,
just do that, just a new face paint. I mean,
exactly.
at the end of the day, Copia's face changed 8 times.
Yeah,
He had 8 different faces
and a
over the
strong
last.
jaw.
Yeah, and for example, like the very first mask that he had from Jerry Constantine,
Yeah,
um, had like the same nose that he has now with the Emperor mask,
it's a perfect nose.
and that
What?
changed over time to be more.
Hmm.
It looks so round and almost like I don't know the word for that, but it doesn't look.
I can show you a photo later because I have like a picture of the mask from the Rats photo shoot
Hmm.
and, from the behind this from the promo material
Hmm.
where he stands next to Papa Neil,
Hmm.
and he has that round nose that he has now. But
Oh.
later he has like a very a long nose that he
Hmm.
got later, and at a different point he had like a very flat nose.
Yeah.
His nose is very flat now, flat and round and just
And
awkward.
just like the overall face shape changed like
Yeah.
many
Mm.
times.
Yeah.
So when you compare like the pictures of all the masks that he had, like you had like 8 different versions of Cardinal Copia.
Hmm.
So it wouldn't really surprise me if they just, show us a new mask. And oh, that's Papa 4. And it's just like,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Like,
No,
yeah.
it was just like he had yet another surgery.
Yeah, or maybe something happens when he tries to kill sister and he has like whatever a scar somewhere, or I don't know.
The
I mean,
guns go in the wrong direction into his face. Papa's becoming
yeah, and
Scarface now.
then yeah, exactly. And then he wears
Hmm.
the leather robe again, the Hellraiser
And
one, and then he's gonna be Pinhead, Papa Pinhead, the fifth.
Or like an actual phantom, just like half of his face being covered by a mask, the other half is just Tobias. Who knows?
that would be great.
Yeah.
Or like he gets like one of those helmets that the ghouls wear.
Yeah,
That would be funny.
Or like the mask from Sleep Tokens or something like that. Where
yeah,
his
Oh, that would
face
be
is just
cool.
covered and just the mouth is open.
yeah,
That would be cool. I mean, it would help him with his singing,
yeah.
definitely.
Actually, the new mask is very helpful with his singing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because the uh, the old mask had like the silicone go over his lips
Yeah,
into his
yeah.
mouth,
Hmm.
Yeah.
so that it moves with his facial expressions,
Yeah.
and that hinders him in singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new mask doesn't have that.
Hmm.
Like when he
Mm.
when he sings under the new mask, you can see his lips moving,
Yeah, yeah.
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 and that's just helps him with the singing,
Hmm.
and doesn't have his voice muffled.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Sure.
that's one of the reasons why they went with the new mask makers, because they know what they are doing.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
that's basically. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna do much with
Hmm.
Copia,
Yeah,
if
because
anything.
money.
Yeah, money.
I'm
At the
pretty
end of the
sure
day,
that if Tobias could do whatever he wants still, he would just go crazy.
Yeah, he
He
would
would
have
yeah,
just
done
like, I'm
something.
sick of this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
maybe
yeah.
he isn't, but I'm pretty sure he is.
But I also have to view it like this. I believe that he feels very comfortable in
Yeah.
Copia,
Yeah.
because he wouldn't have kept him around for that long.
Hmm. True.
Like you can just see that he enjoys the character
Yeah.
like a lot, and it has come to that point where you can just, when you ask someone like about Ghost
Hmm.
nowadays, they probably have Papa 4 in mind,
Yeah.
Hmm.
because that's just like the image of Ghost now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And to just pull the rug away
Hmm.
from that character that made Ghost what it is today, and who's obviously like very comfortable for Tobias to play, it's just a bit iffy, if you ask me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we'll see. The
well,
question is just like, when will we see? Will we
yeah,
see in LA or will we see in Australia at the end of the tour? I don't think so. If it's not in LA, I assume they will just like, I don't know.
I think I've read something about spring 2024. I think I've read that somewhere that something's
Where?
going to happen next.
I
I
do
cannot
hope
remember.
it's gonna be in Sweden again then. Because first of all, I'm gonna be there.
I mean, they would deserve it, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe they go back to that small venue,
Yeah.
the Doom in
Mm,
Linköping.
Exactly.
yeah.
Then I
Where
can
all
already start planning my holiday. See?
and yeah, it's just maybe, given the track records and how they plan their tours, they're just gonna announce like you know after the Australia tour, they're gonna announce like one show, maybe in LA again or in Sweden.
If they're going to announce another LA show, I will lose my shit.
Yeah.
That would be so unfair to everybody
Yeah,
else.
Yeah.
or maybe UK again, because they
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
been there this year
That's
except for
true.
like one
Yeah, like
Festival.
down what was
download
it?
festival.
Download, yeah.
Yeah, but the same with Sweden though. They got one festival and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guess is that they'll go to the UK.
I mean, I'm gonna go to the
And
UK as well.
yeah, of
I'm
course, me as
open
well. I mean, hello.
everywhere within the EU. I'm gonna go there.
And if that's gonna be like the final show of the Impera tour, then we could see some development. But
Yeah.
I'll think at the LA show they're gonna film like the Ghost feature film,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then just develop the story from there.
Yeah.
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 So maybe we see like if they record it in LA, we get to see it in like around Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, that would
And
make sense with all the merch
yeah,
that we come with that
exactly.
cool
And
Just
Uncle
t-shirt.
just just
Conkle is just like a soundtrack.
Yeah, imagine. Oh my
oh
god.
god, oh god. It really doesn't help that the music is now on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really doesn't help that because I understand a little Swedish,
Hmm.
but I listen to Onkel Konkel and holy shit,
I mean, it's hilarious.
it's hilarious, but holy shit.
Yeah.
uh, and the great thing is that I can blast that music here in my car and no one's gonna understand
No.
it, and
Yeah.
I'll just laugh
And
my
then
ass off.
just passing a random Swede being like, I don't know, here for a holiday, and they're just like, what the fuck? what,
What's going on? I thought I escaped that back.
what is he listening to? Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we
That's
did
it.
it.
That's it.
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
No,
You can go
right
now.
off of my head, I don't have a question right now. So, I
No, I think I've asked so many things today. I'm out of
Yeah.
questions. Yes, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for
Thank,
answering our questions.
thank you for having me.
thank you.
Thank you for showing us all these cool things.
Yes.
Maybe maybe you could take some pictures and we can show them at us in our stories,
Sure.
or maybe Lizzie can add them in. Yes, next episode will be about the theories again, I believe.
What
Yeah.
else?
Sure, we don't have anything else to talk about anymore.
I mean,
Yes, so
basically, we all destroyed all the theories we have now. So we could
yeah,
just
Leon destroyed all our theories, so thank
Sorry.
you.
Sorry.
no,
So
No,
no, it's okay because now I don't have to work on my mind map anymore.
no, we'll still talk about our
Yeah,
theories,
we'll talk
definitely.
about it.
Yes, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Lizzie, for being here. Thank you, me, for being here. That was weird.
Oh no, because totally normal.
Okay, again, that's it. No, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.